Yeah.
Why did we?
Welcome to our free feed. This is the Stay of Homekins.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paul F. Tompkins.
My name is Janie Haddad Tompkins.
I am a comedian.
I am an actor on strike, bitch.
We are a married couple living in Los Angeles, and this is our after dinner podcast.
Conversation. It's a once a month situation.
It truly is. And now look, here's the thing. We are visiting Janie's mother, and we're on the other side of the country from where we normally are.
We're coming at you from South Carolina.
We're recording much later than we ever record.
Are we?
Yeah.
I mean, technically
it's the same time as we record back home if we were back home.
Plus 3 hours.
But we're not back home. We're here.
Technically, if we were back home, it would be 3 hours earlier than it is right now.
Yes, but it is not. It is 3 hours later than it is there. And I am feeling it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's very sad.
Are you having a nice visit?
I am having a nice visit. We're getting to spend time with Janie's mom. We're getting to see some friends. We're getting to go to the beach, which we enjoy.
Well, we went to the beach today.
Now, this is a classic beach fail. Here's what happens. We leave it a little late, right? We remember that we forgot to put the clothes in the dryer. So
our towels were in there.
Our towels are in there. We wait for the towels to be dry, and then we're sitting out later than we thought, and then we see the clouds gathering.
Well, so yesterday we went to the beach, and it said it was going to rain, and it didn't rain. So today, when it said it was going to rain, we were like, it's not going to rain.
We got cocky.
And so we're like, we can do this.
Yeah.
So we go out.
So it's almost pitch black by the time we get to the beach.
And I'm like, I love this. I love the drama.
Mm-hmm.
I love that there's parking right here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we run out there, put our chairs out, and I'm like, this is drama. And people are like running. Like they're like throwing on clothes. And
well, because it starts to sprinkle a little bit. And the rule is, if you see lightning, you have to get out of there.
Lightning, you don't want to be there.
You can't be there when there's lightning.
And so and there's no lightning, and we're like, this is just a little shower.
Yeah. And as soon as we sat down, we saw lightning.
We saw lightning from far away, and we were like, okay, time to go.
Here's the thing about the beach, and we need to get into it as a society. Yes, it's great once you're there, but all the prep you have to go through to get there, sometimes a little draining.
I feel like I have my situation like kind of down to a science.
I have mine too. It's not like I don't know what to do.
Really? Okay. What's your science?
Do you think I don't know what to do?
No, I mean like, what's your science?
Put on the bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
Put on all the sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Put on the clothes, the cover up, whatever.
Yeah.
You get all your shit together.
Yeah.
And you go to the beach. But it is
That's your science.
The putting on the sunscreen.
The sunscreen for me. Oh, wait.
It feels like a big labor.
I do have my $1 million idea.
This is a great idea. Like Sharks?
Have I said it on here before?
No, I don't think you have.
Season 4.
I don't think you have.
I feel like I've said everything already.
I also feel like this is a thing that beach communities can implement as a money-making thing for the town.
Am I allowed to say on this podcast my idea, and that if anyone takes it, that I can sue them for it?
Yeah.
Is this like a form of trademarking?
Probably not, but do it anyway.
Oh, it's okay. So you know how like you can get a spray tan?
Yes, I do.
Looking around. Are you about to sneeze?
No.
Oh. I feel like he's Oh, okay. Okay. So you can go get a spray tan. I think there should be like at the same place you go and you get the spray sunscreen. And you like go in, get sunscreened, and then you're like ready. You're fully naked. You go in, you're fully naked. They fully spray you down with sunscreen.
Yeah.
You dry off. Then you get to put on your beach clothes. You're less sticky because you've taken time to dry off fully nude in the vestibule.
do they air dry you?
Yeah, it's like air conditioned, air dry. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so you go in there and
You get naked.
you get naked. Of course you get naked.
You go in the vestibule.
You go in the vestibule. It sprays you with the sunscreen. What about the rubbing it in?
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Of course it puts the lotion
That's what I'm gonna call
on your
it.
basket.
I'm gonna put it. I want to call it. It puts the lotion in the basket.
Why don't you call it puts the lotion on your basket?
Puts the lotion on your basket. Put the lotion on your basket.
It puts the lotion on your basket because it's a machine.
It's a vestibule.
Yeah.
This is what AI should be used
Yeah,
for.
we should be worrying about this.
Yeah.
Skin cancer is no joke.
It puts the lotion on your basket.
Yeah.
And then you go in, you get sprayed down in this wonderful vestibule.
You get little goggles that you put on so it doesn't get in your eyes.
Because it's getting on your face and your neck and the tops of your ears.
Now, let me ask you this. When you go into a spray tan booth like that,
Yeah.
do you cover your hair?
I've never done it.
I've never done it either.
No, I think you just put I think from what I understand from reality shows is like you put a shower cap on your head.
Mm-hmm.
And then a person has it looks like a power washer.
Yeah.
But it's a miniaturized power washer for your bod.
Well, in that case, you don't have to get completely naked. If it's somebody that is doing it manually.
There's we have advanced as a system. AI, ChatGPT is.
I don't want to get naked for sunscreen. You know what I mean?
I do.
Because I'm not going to take my trunks off.
I want to get naked for sunscreen because that little edge of your bathing suit that rides up when you're sitting around and that you didn't get sunscreen under, then you get a wicked suntan in that little tiny slashed area.
Well, then you hold your bathing suit up or down a little bit. You know what I mean? If there's a person there that's doing it.
No, this isn't a person. This is AI.
I think is ChatGPT. I know, but if they're not doing that for spray tans, if they're already not doing that, where it's just like you get into a booth and the thing just coats you with no one else there.
That's what I'm saying. You get naked, you go in this booth, and it's machine.
But is that what they do for a spray tan?
Well, I've never had a spray tan, so I'm assuming there's a version that AI has come out with.
Okay, before we get to AI, and by the way, we don't need to keep giving AI jobs. If there are human beings that do the spray tan thing, which we have seen on a reality show.
We saw it on one reality show.
So we know that it exists. So I would say you go in there, somebody does your sunscreen exactly that way. So you don't have to
Okay, so there's a person looking at your naked body and they're spraying.
You don't have to be naked is what I'm saying. Why do you want to be nude for this?
Are you going to put on... No. Leave your trunks out of this because the whole idea is to not get it on your trunks.
I don't care about getting it. I would rather... I tell you what. Better my trunks than my junks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what if your trunks aren't good coverage and you got burned on your junks?
I treat myself well, and I get myself a bathing suit that can withstand the sun.
Is it really putting the lotion on your basket if your trunks are covering?
That's true. We would lose that name.
It needs to put the lotion on your basket. Yeah. It puts the lotion around your basket. It puts the lotion near your basket. Anyway, here's what I'm saying.
How about keep your lotion in your basket? Because we got this.
We got your basket.
Yeah. We'll take care of the lotion. Don't worry about it.
I just feel like...
How about we call it Gets the Hose Again?
Honestly, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It gets the hose again.
Hey, I'll be right with you. I got to go to It Gets the Hose Again.
Do you think that It Gets the Hose Again has already been trademarked or copyrighted as a business name out there?
Man, maybe a private fire department.
I feel like this is confusing for tourists from other countries. It Gets the Hose Again. It has to have a little more information in it.
They don't know who the fuck Wendy is. They still go to Wendy's.
Yeah, but we're referencing something very specific.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Come in and get sunscreened. If you want 30, we got you. If you want 50, we got you. If you want 60, Doesn't do much good over 30, really. But we'll do that if you want
15 to get a savage tan.
Yeah.
Bain de soleil for the Saint-Tropez tan.
I want you. Oh, remember that lady?
I'll never forget her.
Do you think she
died of skin cancer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the Marbo.
I think she's Tan Mom.
She's Tan Mom?
Yeah. That was Tan Mom's first big break. And then she became Tan Mom.
That woman was so fucking tan in Bain de Soleil. And she wore that bandeau the bikini. Oh, Paul's making a face, guys.
That's right.
It's apparently a core memory for him. And
well,
I don't know what I'm witnessing
I
right
was
now.
of a certain age.
And she was so...
Did we ever see her face? I don't think we saw her face.
Well, she had giant sunglasses and her hair kind of
yes,
slicked back.
Yes.
You never saw her face, but her eyes were up there.
Honey. But she was not as Tan Mom.
I don't remember Tan Mom, but was Tan Mom like in Something About Mary?
So there's Something About Mary predates Tan Mom, if you can believe it.
Something About Mary had a character that was like in completely like exaggerated tan, right?
I don't remember that. I don't remember a lot
you
about that
don't remember
movie.
that?
Yeah. I didn't
That was
movie.
like a big gag in the movie that this person was like a walking piece of leather.
Wow. I don't remember that. I remember there was like a gross lady.
And I want to know who played it. I can't remember.
Here's Tan Mom.
Oh my. What?
It's always darker than I expect it to be.
The fuck is going on with everything?
Yeah,
the eyes,
it's always so much darker than I
That's not
expect
real.
it to be. It's
That's
real.
like when they darkened the OJ Time magazine cover.
Here, is this
That's what
light
they
enough
did.
for you?
She looks like she fell in like a vat of chocolate syrup.
Yeah, it's very Augustus Gloop.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tan Mom, we salute you.
That's not a Tan Mom. That's like something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something is wrong, Mom. That's like...
It's truly a something is wrong mom situation.
I like a little bit of color. I'm a very like fair-skinned individual.
Yes, you're an alabaster beauty.
So I mean that's like a Nicole but
who? Nicole who?
Kidman.
Oh, sure.
I do like to protect myself from the harmful rays of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, I can't stand sunscreening. I do it, but I fucking hate it.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's so like sticky and it's like, you got to put it everywhere.
You have to do it just the right time or it won't count.
I do it so much before I leave the house. I do it before I leave. I do it most of the time when I'm naked.
Mm-hmm.
I do it when I'm naked.
Yeah.
I prefer that. And I like it to sink in
Sure.
and then be able to put my clothes on and then go outside.
Sure.
That's just how I do it.
To each their own.
Which is why I feel like It Gets a Hose Again would be good for me. Personally. Paul is so tired and punchy. Paul is so tired and
I'm so tired. I'm so
that
tired.
He's like an easy target right now.
I tried full disclosure. I tried to see if we could do the podcast tomorrow. And Janie was not having it.
I did not allow. I was like, when are we going to do it? You're like, we don't have anything to do. I'm like, exactly. We don't have anything to do tomorrow. And then we have a podcast. We have something to fucking do.
You wanted to keep it blank slate.
I only want to be blank slate when I come here.
Okay,
and it's an
dear.
impossibility.
But you know, a thing that
people start grabbing our time.
a thing that we run into often is that I will tend to sleep later here.
Yeah,
than
you're
you
like
do.
jet lagged the entire time.
Yeah. And so I'll sleep in, and it astonishes me every time that I'll wake up at like 11:30 or something. And then I'm just starting to have my breakfast. You've already been up for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to go.
No, never.
So for you, it feels like, when are we going to do something already?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, good morning.
Yeah. And so
Can I have an egg?
I've gotten to a place where I feel like I just want to do stuff and not be beholden. Because like I want to be blank slate when I'm here. Because then I can like float around and go like have a day take me here, have a day take me there, whatever.
But then you decide where you want the day to take you, and then I have to catch up immediately.
But here's the thing is I feel like before we come here, I'm like, I'm just going to do what I want to do. And I don't want to make anyone else do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when it comes down to it, I feel this tremendous amount of guilt that I'm like, okay, I'm taking the car and I'm going to the beach I'm going swimming by myself. Like I'm going to see this person by myself.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I guess I'll just stay here for the whole day, not do anything, or leave.
But here's the thing, I don't frame it like that.
No,
I frame it like I can stay here.
Yeah, and then I'm like, fine, I'll wait until you're done.
But I will ask you if you're ready yet every 10 minutes.
You know what the thing is like we never rent a car here because my mom has a car and she lets us use the car.
It's true.
And I almost feel like every time it's like such a mistake to not have extra.
We could experiment and then next time rent a car.
Which we've done it like in the past. Where we've rented a car. Like if my brother and sister-in-law are also here.
Yes.
And they fly in and there's only the one car.
Yes.
And then sometimes we rent a car.
Yes.
Instead of borrowing my mom's car.
Yes.
But now I'm starting to feel like I need my own car from everybody.
Okay, Jay Leno. Why don't you buy a car and have it sitting here waiting for you?
What is so funny to me is my mom's neighbor has this car that he can't park in his garage.
Yeah.
He's got like this Beamer fucking hardtop convertible.
He's made his garage into a man cave.
His garage is a man cave and he can't park the Beamer in the.
He can no longer use it for its assigned purpose.
And so he parks it in my mom's garage space. And I'm like, he needs to leave the keys. So
man.
I can take it out.
Yeah,
I want the
dude.
Beamer. I would like to borrow the Beamer.
That's the housing tax. That's the storage tax.
She was like, oh, when his wife pulled it in, he almost had a heart. He didn't like that. So I don't think he's going to leave the keys for you. And I was like, that is so funny though.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So basically you know what I need is like a driver to take me places.
Girl, I hear you.
I just want to be like, I'm going to be taken. I guess that's Uber in a way, right? Uber.
I guess,
this
but
isn't so Ubery. My mom lives in like a subdivision. It's not like an Ubery kind of situation.
When you say driver, what I imagine is like literally a person who lives in-house and that you just say, you get on some sort of intercom and you say, Chalmers, could you bring the car around?
I would like to be taken to the beach.
I'm going to go to the beach. We have to make a quick stop at It Gets the Hose Again.
I got to get sprayed down.
Yeah. And then wait for me by the beach until I'm done.
Yeah, I don't need parking. I want door to door.
Yeah.
That would be like, I tried to win the Mega Millions again. It was like 1.5 billion, which, look, that's obviously too much money. However, if I won it, I would have $1.5 billion.
I saw a great post on social media. I saw it on I saw it on Instagram. I don't know where it was from originally, but in that story about the person who won $1.5 billion, it said the government, after the taxes on this, the person only gets like however many millions.
Only gets.
And somebody said, oh, so you do know how to tax billionaires.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's true.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That's because like they've had the time to figure out how to like offload their like tax burdens and like get cozy with the government and stuff.
They're so cozy.
Don't you think that's what
well,
that is?
Well, of course,
about?
it's the system. And the lottery person's not in the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is free money that we just like grifted out of like poor people to build a giant amount of money to give to one person instead of all of the people.
Exactly.
What if we played the lottery
and
it got up to 1.5 billion, but the prize was it went to housing the unhoused in your zip code.
I would play the lottery every day.
In a way, we did that, though, in LA. They did this tax thing that we all voted for where we said, yeah, we want all this money to go to the unhoused. And then guess what?
It didn't.
It's like sitting in a fucking pot.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like fighting over how to use it.
Exactly.
So I guess that doesn't solve anything because it's already the thing that we tried.
It's like...
I don't get it.
It's
Whatever.
so frustrating. Because what could the differing opinions be?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I should look into that because I don't know. Like to me, it seems like if there's more housing, that's where the people without houses would go.
I think I'm going to sound really stupid and uneducated on this.
Join the
I
club.
need some water. I'm about to choke. Sorry.
I'm talking to fill the time while she drinks the water. And so this is a seamless transition.
Excuse me. Okay.
That was a close one.
I think it's sort of like I have no idea what it could be. There's not enough houses.
Yeah, because they keep building housing, expensive housing in LA. That they can do no problem.
This is insane. I did read this freaking crazy article in the LA Times recently that is sort of like a funny little reason for why things are messed up. Okay.
A funny little reason.
This dude wanted to be like a developer dude. Mm-hmm. And he studied all of the like rules because there's like all of these rules. Okay. And
1, don't pick up the phone because he's calling on the phone. Don't pick up the phone. 2, put down the phone. Don't let him talk to you on the phone right now. That's New Rules by Dua Lipa.
Oh, it is?
I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very interesting. 3, disconnect your phone. Don't pay your phone bill. Shut off your phone.
I think you're making me think of something else. And I can't remember what it was.
How much you love me?
Definitely that. Okay, so he studied all the rules and he bought this house. Mm-hmm. In like this rundown house, like in this this random.
So random.
This very random neighborhood in Los Angeles. Like it was so random. And he bought this like rundown house. And he decided that he was going to, instead of like redo the house, build 150 apartments on the lot in this street with like a bunch of other like houses.
Right.
Just like in the middle, like no parking, no whatever. And they were like, you can't do that. And then he was like, guess what? I read your rules. If I give a lot, 3 of these 150 apartments, 3, to be quote unquote low income housing, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I don't have to get permits. I can get a permit in a day if I want. Mm-hmm. And it was true.
So did he have just 3 low income apartments and then the rest were like luxury apartments?
Yes.
Oh, great.
On a street with a bunch of tiny houses, no parking, no like
my God.
The sanitation is an issue. Like it was not like whatever.
Wow.
And so the reason all of these houses that are being built, like, or all of these apartments, I should say, are being built around LA is because they'll give 1 or 2 to low income. Mm-hmm. And then the rest are just like very expensive. And then that raises the rent everywhere, right? Because it's like this area costs this much to rent. Yeah. And so it's like a crazy cycle.
It's really
I sound really dumb right now because I don't really know what I'm doing.
But it is the rent situation, housing situation in LA right now is
it's terrible.
Terrible.
It's gotten bad.
It's terrible.
And then the other thing that ruins everything are like these these billionaires. Mm-hmm. And they come in and like there'll be like houses for sale in our neighborhood and it will literally say, "Oh, wonderful. a wonderful addition to your portfolio. And it's like an old, like broken down house.
Yeah.
And it's like very expensive. And it's clear like the only person who can come in with all cash, and then they just like change everything, and then they flip it, and then they sell it for $1 gazillion. And it's the same thing they've done with like that's why Airbnb has like ruined everything.
Yeah. It's funny how Airbnbs went from seeming like kind of a good idea,
a great idea,
to then
an amazing idea,
to then people turned on it in a way that I could not disagree with, where it's just like all the rules and all the work you have to do and all that shit, where the Airbnb people went nuts with that, where it's like, we expect it to be like you've never been here. And it's like, fuck you.
But also like
you clean this shit up.
The way that the Airbnb thing like got so ruined were investors, because it used to be that like there were like empty.
Why do you keep doing that?
Why do you keep doing it?
Because so I can see the time as well.
I'm the producer.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you with the segment timing.
That'll do, pig.
How dare you?
I'm don't you worry about it.
I can't believe you that'll do pig me.
Don't worry, your pretty little
Oh my
head.
God.
I want you to sit there.
I should never have let you see Barbie.
And I want you to tap dance.
Should never
Oh
have
my
let you
God.
see Barbie.
I really loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a really good
Can
movie.
I say that I'm like seriously enjoying people losing their minds?
It's so bananas.
Okay, wait. So we have some international friends in town here.
Ciao, Bella.
And so yesterday you were like doing something else. So I was like hanging out with them. They're all in from London, but their friends are from like Spain and.
I was on a work Zoom
Julian
at a
I don't
bar.
know if he's French or anyway. They're like they're international.
Julien, I
Julien.
believe he is
But he had
French.
sort of more. His accent was. I can't remember. Claire told me I forgot. But we're seeing them tomorrow, so whatever.
Swiss?
So they were like, well, they live in London. They all live in London, and they're here in town. And so I was laughing about how a bunch of weirdos were losing their mind over the Barbie movie, and they were like, "What?" and then Michael, he's like, "Oh yes, you haven't heard here in America." It's very controversial, da 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 da, and they were like, wow, they like couldn't believe it because it was so stupid.
It's such a, even controversial, I think, is
He might not have used that word. Actually.
well, whatever, because it's the movie made over $1 billion. Like, the people have spoken, they like this movie. So
No,
the
it's
voices
wild.
of the voices
wild.
of dissent are so few and so pathetic. It's like, look, even if you didn't like the movie, the idea that you think it's harmful in some way is absurd. Absolutely absurd.
And then like I guess like Bill Maher,
Fucking clown.
which I feel like there's no way he saw. He said he saw the movie.
No, I could see him watching that movie.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. What else has he got to do?
I don't know. Stay relevant in some. I mean, like he's like
Well, that ship has sailed.
I don't understand his whole brand. Like I don't know one living, breathing human being
Yeah.
that watches or listens or cares.
Yeah, I know.
About like I
can't believe it's still on the air.
Honestly, I forget that he exists sometimes.
Yeah, of
which
course.
I guess then he comes out and says like this, that, and the other, and I'm like, oh right.
Yeah.
He's like still.
I would say like once every 2 or 3 months, Deadline or, whoever, CNN, I don't know, we'll run some online story about Bill Maher said this.
Because they have a publicist, or he has a publicist.
Yeah.
So who is watching him? Do you know one human being?
No, I don't.
I honestly feel like I've never met one.
Yeah. I know people that maybe used to watch him back in the day,
Oh my God, I'm
like
one of those
politically
people.
incorrect days.
I watched I was one of those people. He was on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
And it was politically incorrect. And I stumbled across back when like there was like linear channels where you switch around or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't, like cloud stuff.
Yeah.
And I like stumbled upon it one late night and I was like, oh my God, this is the funnest show. Because it was like a panel show.
Yeah.
I guess his current show is technically a panel show.
Technically. It's not as, I don't think it's as
give and
well-rounded.
take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't mean to get on him. We were just talking about enjoying the movie.
Yes.
We've gone on lots of little tangents.
Isn't that fun? And isn't it interesting that we do that?
I think it's fun and I think it's interesting. And I think that we are in South Carolina and it is really humid and it is really hot.
It's so hot.
And
it's so hot.
Oh, that was another thing. So we got out. We had to get out of LA because it was like the striking. I've been on the picket lines. You've been on the. It's been so hot, and it's like the double strike, and now it's crowded, and it's and I'm still in it to win it. Don't get me wrong or get me started. I am still in it.
Two things you don't want to do with
win
Janie: get her wrong or get her started.
But I was like, I need to see my mom. I had some friends coming in from overseas, and I was like, I want to get to South Carolina and I want to get on the beach. Like, I just want to be on the beach one fucking day this summer. Like, can I have a day where my feet are in the fucking sand? Mm-hmm. I just want it, and we can drive over there and park and it's not a thing. And we got here and it's hot. And yet my friends from London, of course, it's fucking freezing over there. They've been in winter. They've been in the middle of an insane November. It's cold and rainy.
Now?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And they were like, it's so hot. It's so hot. And I was like, it doesn't feel hot to me.
It feels so much hotter in LA.
It feels so much hotter in LA. I have been in a desert heat advisory, relentless, no shade. They cut the trees down at Universal heat advisory. This feels good to me. And they could not believe, could not get over it. Because the heat index here is over 100. The heat index here has been over 100.
I would rather be
I'd rather be in the breeze,
in a steam room than a sauna.
This was steam room versus sauna. And it was there's a breeze. Yeah, it's muggy. So what? And I kept walking outside and I was like, Paul, we're getting a facial right now. Because this humidity is literally plumping our skin.
Your skin's been plumped.
To the desert where it looks like my skin is like the surface of the Mojave. And I was like, it's different. And Claire's like, are you kidding me? It's so fucking hot. And I was like, it's fine. It feels good to me. It feels fucking good. I love it.
But she likes to play it up too.
Well, yeah. And she was also sweating her balls off.
Yeah.
But also they came from freezing cold. They came from freezing cold.
Yeah, but then isn't this good?
Yeah, because I have other friends in London that have been complaining relentlessly online. This weather's depressing me. I can't fucking stand it. It's been raining. It's
one hates to find fault, but I would rather prefer the sun would shine.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is. Old British man. I'm reading a book right now about an old British man.
You are? What does he do?
He is a retired judge, and the book is called Old Filth, and I am reading it based on an Instagram story suggestion by our friend Cynthia Dupree Sweeney.
Oh my God. When Cynthia recommends books, nobody's business.
Yes, and when she recommends a book, I will
well
definitely
read.
check it out.
Yeah,
yes.
She knows all those literary people.
Yeah.
She's a novelist herself.
That's right.
And you like it so far?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. I did that thing though because I read I'm reading that on a tablet, but I also was gifted a physical book, an advanced copy of a book from an author that I like. Somebody who was a fan of Comedy Bang Bang gave it to me.
They couldn't gift you an ebook because you might not be trusted.
That's right, because this book has not come out yet, so it's very exciting to get it. And I finished, so I thought, well, you know what? We're coming down to the beach. perfect to read a physical book on the beach.
It is because it's so much sunlight.
Well, I finished the goddamn thing.
You know what was funny?
Then I went back to my Kindle book and I was like, I don't remember where we are in the story.
Shit.
So I had to go back a little bit.
Wait, we were on the beach yesterday and you were reading your book and I was reading my book. And then I said, I finished my book. And then you said, I finished my book too. We finished
within 1 minute of each other.
Like, you know, when
this is what marriage. Look, if you're not,
you're
having sex and you're
have
fucking,
like
you're simultaneous orgasm.
Yeah.
Now look, the thing about married life is that
you can have simultaneous book finishing.
Book orgasms. You need to get to the point where you're finishing books at the exact same time.
That is like, it's so
And if you're not doing that, your relationship is a failure.
Like so cosmic, you guys.
Yeah.
Like if you're like not in this symbiotic place as a fucking couple where you're like finishing your book at the same fucking time.
And then we looked into each other's eyes until it got dark. We need to take a break.
We'll be right back after this message. Oh, Green Chef. So chic. Say chef. Green Chef. Chef out. Chef out. What is Green Chef, you guys? What is Green Chef? Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well, easy, with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether keto, paleo, vegan, veg, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your prefs. Do you want to make more time for your summer goals with Green Chef's convenient step-by-step recipes? I think the answer to that is, yes. They have options ready in less than 30 minutes. Plus, you cut down on meal prep because they have pre-portioned and prepped ingredients, including pre-measured sauces, spices, and dressings, and it's delivered right to your door. You can feel your best this summer with seasonal recipes with certified organic fruits and vegetables, organic cage-free eggs, and sustainably sourced seafood. 100% of their seafood meets the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch rankings of certified best choice or good alternative. Listen, I love Green Chef. Whenever the Green Chef box arrives on our doorstep, I know that my week is going to go so much easier because someone else has done the emotional labor of figuring out what some of my dinners are going to be by providing me with recipes and pre-portioned, easy to follow steps to make delicious, I would dare say almost restaurant quality meals in my own home. So if I were you, and I'm not, but if I were, I would go to greenchef.com/homekins50 and I would use code homekins50 to get 50% off plus free shipping. That is greenchef.com/homekins50 to use code homekins50 and I get 50% off plus free shipping to try that Green Chef meal kit.
On the TV. You caught me.
It.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
You just did like I killed them all, of course. Of course I killed them
all, of course.
Oh, little jinx. I caught you on the hot mic.
You caught me on a hot mic being a little jinx.
I caught you.
And yes, I did murder some people, but that's not what I was talking about, so you can't get me.
I caught you on a hot mic.
Let's talk about the elephant in our room, which is we started watching a second reality show.
Okay.
Now, as you may or may not know.
Let's describe what happened.
Hold on. Yes. As you may or may not know, the one reality show that we watched is
accident.
Well, no, we made ourselves watch it.
Well,
was Southern Charm.
There was a reason we started it.
Yes, because it was set in Charleston. Janie's from this area. We have a love for this place, so we're like, let's check this out. But
also, I was pitching a show here, and I wanted to.
And you're pitching a show here, and you're looking
so
for
I was
a
like,
reason.
oh, what shows are taking place in Charleston at the time? I was like, what shows are taking place in Charleston? Because I wanted to like reference and stuff. And the next thing you know, we got stuck. By the way, it meant nothing that it took place. Like it had nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it's weird that it makes Charleston look very like a place you would not want to go because they just go to the worst places and get drunk.
And they have all the lights on, which I don't understand because the second one reality show we've taken up, they definitely film in low light.
Yes,
which I don't understand.
Yeah. I think probably a different budget was allocated.
So you got nicer
so
cameras?
Southern Charm is about the most boring people you can imagine.
The most boring.
All hating each other and getting drunk all the time.
Yes.
And the the dropouts in the cast happen so fast and furious.
Yes.
And now we're left
have,
with
serious issues.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like I don't want to come back for another season. It's like there's a pending court case against me.
But a lot of
my
people,
lawyers are.
I think a few people were like, "Yeah, I'm done with this." But we are now left with truly the most boring people.
Yeah, and there's a new season, and we're going to watch it.
Yeah,
okay?
we are, and I'm already mad.
Yes.
So we were at a birthday party for a friend recently, and two friends of ours that we hadn't seen in a while.
I will say this for me started earlier with some
Okay.
girlfriends.
Who were telling you have to watch this show.
Yes, because something big happened with it recently.
Yes.
Okay.
The show, of course, let's just cut to the chase. It's called Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump Rules.
You said
It's called Vanderpump Rules.
you know you're a redneck
If you call it
it's
Vanderpump Rules, you might be a redneck. So yes, you had been hearing about it from people.
Well,
I'd heard about this scandal too. I don't, and now neither one of us knows exactly what the scandal is.
We kind of know some of the people involved because of the way it was spoken about on the internet.
Yes, but we don't know the specific scandal. We just know that it rocked the Vanderpump watching community.
Which, by the way, I cannot imagine what it could be at this point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you get to it.
All right.
But yes.
So, and don't tell us anything. If
No,
you're,
I don't
if
want-
you
don't
if
tell
you're
us
if you
anything.
feel like you want to
Please
tell us
don't
anything,
spoil
don't
this.
tell us anything.
We're on a journey.
Yes, we're on a journey. We're on season 2 of Vanderpump
So
Rules.
we were at this birthday party.
We're at this birthday party, and this couple that we, our friends Martin and Melissa, that we will talk
We
to
talk
about
about
Southern Charm.
Yeah.
They
like to watch. They relish the trash TV.
Yes,
Like they sort of have a joy.
Yes, their library of
They're
trash
like-
TV is more expensive than ours.
Their library, their sort of enjoyment of trash TV. They're unapologetic
Yes, exactly.
about it.
Yeah.
They're like openly, ironically watching these people on their reality TV, and
Yes, they're enjoying it. They're not pretending it's anything else.
Yes.
They are not. They know exactly what they're.
It's charming.
They know exactly what these shows are, but
It's
they're still
charming.
enjoying
Yes.
them. And so we're like, so they were telling us you got to watch this show, and they recommended watching from the beginning.
Right, because some of my girls watch it, and this whole scandal happened, and then some of the girls that didn't watch it were like, I don't know, and then they're like, I think I want to watch it now because I'm curious about it because of the scandal, and they were like, okay, if you start in season 5, you'll be fine. There's 10 seasons of it,
Right.
which is so insane.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, you started season 5, you'll be fine, and I was like, this doesn't sound right to me. Like I have trouble not watching a full season. Like if I'm gonna watch a thing,
Right.
like I want to start at the beginning,
No matter what it is.
And so we are like, I heard. So
But what's funny is,
I was like,
so we started it from the beginning, but it felt like you were starting at season 5.
Yes.
Like they sort of drop you into
because
this.
what you don't, some people might not understand or know is it is a actual spinoff of another show.
From the Real Housewives of, I guess, Beverly Hills.
I guess Beverly Hills. Yes.
Lisa Vanderpump herself.
Yes.
Excuse
so
me,
there, I
Vanderpump.
think there must have been a backdoor pilot that was presented at the end of one season of Beverly Hills because you start season 1, episode 1 of Vanderpump Rules, the pilot episode, and there is like a previously on that
From
is shown
Real Housewives.
from
yes.
Real Housewives, like
Yes.
when they're describing and introducing all of the characters of
Yeah.
Vanderpump Rules, there's like this person and they show footage of like this whole other show that
Yes.
we've never seen, and I'm like, oh shit.
So it's like
So you're still catching up a little
Lisa
bit.
Vanderpump said, hey, she went to Bravo. She said, listen, Andy, if you like the exploits of me and my mummified husband, wait till you check out my restaurant where one of the chippies that slept with one of the Real Housewives husbands, she works at my restaurant. So
And they're all like drunk and having sex all the time.
yeah, they're all in their
And they're
20s except for
scantily
one
clad.
extremely sad dude
Who's in his mid
who's
30s.
10 years older than everybody.
Mid 30s.
And so we started watching from season 1.
So wait, so I was like, oh, to Martin and Melissa, I was like, oh, I heard we could start in season 5, and they were like, I don't know, like just if you're gonna do it, just go, just do it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Paul, we got home and we discussed it, and I was like, I really think
we started watching it that night, didn't we?
Yeah, I was like, I really want to do it. I want to watch it, and like you're either in.
This is like
if you weren't in, it would have been.
This is like a couple
bad.
from the '60s who'd be like, I want to try marijuana.
Yeah, it was like I want to try.
I hear it's fine.
And then, but what's so funny is because my friend Samantha was listening to the same conversation, and she was like, I think I want to try it too. But she couldn't start it that night because they have a kid, and
children ruin everything, famously.
So she was like, I want to make sure like Story's asleep because that would be horrific to expose his
I don't know.
Story to,
I think Story's like, it would be a great
starting
education.
The 8th grade.
Yeah.
And she's going
this is what you're going to be like in your
Vanderpump.
20s.
Oh my God.
There's no way around it.
So we decided, okay, let's just do this because first of all, we're on strike. There's not a lot of new stuff coming out, even though apparently they've packed the pipeline with new stuff. But you like, I don't know, like in the summer, I feel like we have a history of like watching kind of garbagey stuff.
Maybe.
Like a more like
summer has
out.
always been a garbage TV
off.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I can't turn my brain off like these dog days, these long
used to be
days
reruns back in the day.
Yeah, like I've got or they would have like summer seasons of stuff. Like remember they had like shows would come out in the summer that were just like summer watches.
I think that's a more recent thing. Like when I was a kid, it would be just reruns.
Oh yeah, okay.
Maybe like a movie of the week or a theatrical movie that's finally coming to TV 5 years later. It's like, you love Star Wars. Want to see it with commercials?
Exactly.
It's your lucky day.
Exactly. So we're like, we got it. And then you're like, okay, you agreed.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we're going to do it. And then we started watching it. And it was like so stupid.
Yeah, these people are they're all terrible.
They're so horny. They never tell the truth.
Yeah. They never tell the truth. They're all accusing each other of lying. They're all right. Everyone is lying.
Everyone's lying all the time.
But there are some people in it, and we had not, I mean, like, even watching Southern Charm, there's a couple people like, that guy sucks.
Yeah.
But these people are mean. Like, they're nasty people.
To each other's faces.
Yes.
Yes.
Behind their backs, to each other's faces, like some true nasty people.
Like, literally, just like, I'm going to manipulate this
nasty
person.
woman. Remember that?
Oh God! Yeah, because I have my official.
Nasty woman.
Card. I have my nasty woman card. That was like a fundraising thing. Like you bought your nasty woman card, and it was like so Hillary would get elected. And guess what? She did.
And she's now the president.
There was this.
Did you see that he tweeted about Nancy Pelosi because Nancy Pelosi said, well, he didn't tweet. This was on Truth Social. But Nancy Pelosi said that he looked scared at his, arraignment or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And he went crazy. He was like, I was not scared. And Nancy Pelosi, you're going to go to hell and all this. But at one point, somewhere in this deranged post, he goes, what a mean thing to say.
Remember, though, like how Nancy Pelosi was, she's always like, they're always like, what do you think of like Trump and da-da-da? And she's just like, I'm just going to pray for him. I'm praying for him.
I did not know that.
Because she's like so Catholic.
I do pray for Donald Trump a lot.
She's like, people like that, I pray for their souls. Or
I
whatever.
am praying for his
and
soul.
It's like so funny because it's like, what are you praying for?
That he goes to hell. You're allowed to pray for that.
He's already, by the way, going to hell.
You are, by the way, you're 100% allowed to pray for God to send someone to hell.
Like tomorrow.
There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't do that. Loophole.
Anyway.
So now we're in almost the end of season 2 in this fucking thing. And I find myself.
We still have 8 more seasons.
What really, here's what sucks.
All right, what?
Now I'm craving it.
What? Oh, because are you going to want
in a way that I never did with Southern Charm.
Are we going to watch one tonight?
Yeah.
We're going to post the podcast and like.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
We might watch 2 tonight.
Holy shit. You were so tired 5 seconds ago.
I know, but this revitalized me.
Seriously? So every time you're too tired to do something, I just say, there's going to be a Vanderpump.
Hold on a second. There's a big difference between too tired to watch a television show and too tired to do a podcast for an audience.
But I mean, I feel terrible for our audience.
Oh, I do too. If they're still listening to this, what are they doing?
First of all, thank you. Second of all, a lot of people have subscribed to Weekend Water, our Substack.
Yes, thank you for that.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, guess what? You're missing out, and I'll tell you why. You go to weekendwater.substack.com. You put in your hot little email address. Okay? You just get busy typing it in. And then you say, yeah, I'm going to subscribe. There's a free tier. There's a bonus tier. Whatever you pick. There's no fucking judgment here. However,
a little bit.
If you want to be a part of the conversation, you gotta sign up, because this is where the comment section is.
Yes.
To reach us.
And you don't have to be a paid subscriber.
That's what I just said.
To join. I felt like it wasn't quite clear.
Oh, okay. Say it one more time.
You don't have to be a paid subscriber in order to join the conversation.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, if you want to talk about this episode, and
yes,
the whole reason we joined Substack, okay, was so that we could have this like forum.
We did this for you, Damien. It's all for you.
Because we tried having that Gmail account, which is now defunct. And that was just to us.
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing. Yes,
no, this
exactly.
is like a comment
This you can talk
board.
to other people.
Yeah, we're all in it together, bitches.
Yes.
So get over there. Get your hot little email address over there.
All right, that's the end of the commercial.
And please do not spoil Vanderpump.
Yes, don't tell us anything. Don't tell us anything.
I don't.
So far, people we know have been very good.
Pump head. Oh, people we know will not. Like, I have been texting people who watch the show, and I'm like, this person is a nightmare. This person is a nightmare. And they're like, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
They're like, and most people are like, I envy you. I envy you. You're at the beginning of your journey. And
That's
I'm like,
sick.
What is going on?
That's sick.
Like, what was this thing? Like, I
don't ever want to get to that point. I don't want to get to that point.
No.
I hope I'm never saying to somebody else who's just watching Vanderpump Rules, oh, if only I had a time machine and I could go back and watch it again for the first time.
Wait, but no, one of my friends, Krista, was like, because I was like, this just happened in season 2. And she's like, wait, one of those texts she wrote me back was, she's like, I don't think I'm allowed to say anything or something.
What?
Or she's like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to say anything to this, to respond to this. Because I was like, I hate this person. They're a fucking nightmare. And
it's like the Stasi.
And she was like, I'm not going to say anything. I don't think I should respond to this or something.
Wow.
Because she's like waiting.
They could be listening.
No, she's waiting. And then she goes, I think I want to go back and watch it all from the beginning.
No, that's deranged.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's deranged, isn't it?
So then I started thinking, like, okay, when I was in my 20s, could I have been on a reality show? Like, did I miss some career situation?
Can you fucking imagine?
Because, like, I mean, in my 20s, I was, like, wanting to be, like, auditioning for TV, like, scripted TV.
Yeah.
But, like, in my mind, it never would have occurred to me. And there's, like, people on this show, they're like, I'm out here trying to be an actor, you know, da-da-da-da. And I was like, weird. Like, I never would have thought in a million years that could have been an avenue. Yeah. Like, to me, that seemed like not the avenue.
Is there anyone that's made that? Who's made that leap from being on starting on a reality show?
Well, one of the first season girls did. Like, she left to go be in a movie.
True. But I kind of don't think that counts because she got that during the filming of the first season.
Yes.
So no one knew she was on that show yet.
Yes.
And even if they knew she was on a reality show, they didn't know if that was a successful thing or not. She got that based on her own merits as an actor.
Right.
You know. So I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's somebody, right, that started on a reality show like a Bravo type, people yelling and screaming at each other show.
Yeah.
And then became an actor. You would think, right?
I can't think of any.
Because any of them that are set in LA or maybe New York even, you would think somebody wants to be an actor.
They all want to be actors, I think. Don't they? Kind of?
I think mostly they want to be famous.
Right.
Which they are achieving.
Right. Like, I don't want to be famous.
No. I would just like to have my health insurance.
Like, I just feel like fame is so weird. But on the other hand, like the reality show thing, like these people end up with like products and stuff.
Yeah, there is
They're
that.
Like business people.
There's
they turn it into these things, and I'm like, wow, that could have been like
a successful pillow store.
Like it's a really good living.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, but you're also like allowing your identity to be like molded in like a piece of clay for the consumption of viewers, and it may not even be close to your true identity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're allowing whatever worst parts of yourself to be kind of exploited.
I'm trying to think in my 20s.
And is it harmless? I mean,
right.
Okay, yeah, in your 20s.
In my 20s, my peer group was pretty much all comedians.
Okay.
There wasn't, like on a regular reality show, maybe one person would have that job, if any. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't.
Unless it was about the real comedians of East
but then
Hollywood.
It would be like a lot of times on these shows, it would be me and people that I sort of know, but I'm not really that close with.
Well, that's
but that's for
thing.
the purposes of the show. We're friends who hang out all the time.
Like I feel like on the reality show, like on Southern Charm at least, they're just like cast. They're not like actual friends.
Yeah.
They become friends
right.
or not, or frenemies.
Some of them know each other. I'm going to get another glass of wine.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. There you have it, guys. There we lost Paul. All right. I was just like, no, but I'm like seriously thinking about this reality show thing because I find it so like now I can't believe I'm looking at it through a 2023 lens when reality shows have been around for so many years. Yeah. But like I'm finally kind of understanding this strange phenomenon, you know? Like for me it's not something I gravitated toward until Southern Charm and now this one.
It is like it has that sort of soap opera effect of if you watch a bunch of them in a row, you will get hooked on it.
Yeah.
You know, you will sort of crave it. You want to see what happens next. If you just watch one, you're like, this is fucking stupid. I'm not going to watch this.
I will say this. There's also like, I know that there's like a lot of editing that goes on, especially in the one that we're watching right now. I've never seen so many tight reaction shots.
Oh my God, yeah.
Where I'm like, there's no way that person was reacting because they're not in 2 or 3 person shots.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're using like tight face single reaction shots a lot in it makes me feel like it's a highly manipulative particularly manipulative one.
Yeah.
Whereas Southern Charm, I feel like there's lots of like group shots because you said, the budget is smaller. There's not as many cameras or something. Yeah,
the budget's smaller. The people are duller.
But I will say this is like, so in creative editing aside, in the one that we're watching now, there's always this sort of formula where it's like, okay, I need you to keep her out of this room because if she comes in this room, all hell is gonna break loose.
Yeah.
And they're like, aye, Captain, I got it. She's not coming in this room.
Right.
And then like in Act 3, she comes in the room.
Yeah, of course.
And all hell breaks loose. And then you're like, come on, like really, like how thought through. There's a part of me that is like so curious, like how thought through the storylines are.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we have a friend who has worked on stuff like this who says, our friend Jess, who's like, it's all fake.
She's like, it's all fake.
And I can't get that out of my head when I watch it.
But I don't know what that means. It's all fake.
I know. It's like
how, like, are they doing more than one take of stuff?
Yes. Are they truly pretending to be upset about any of this? Or is it all scripted? Because especially with with this one, which takes place at a place of business.
And they're all actors. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no one would go to that restaurant because they're literally never waiting on one table.
Yeah.
They're always screaming at each other and crying.
And it makes me wonder, like, when you see them working there, are they just extras pretending to be there?
They are being extras.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No. I mean, the diners.
Oh, no. Here's what I think. That they have, like, a set of staff that waits on the table. And then they have the cast come in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then the cast comes in and they're like, hey, everyone who's dining here tonight, we're filming our reality show, da-da-da-da.
See, now I think even that it's too much, because here's why. Nobody's face is ever blurred. You know what I mean?
One's face is
and you would
blurred.
think somebody would say, I'm not signing this release. I don't want to be on your fucking show or whatever.
Right.
However, by now, most people that go there
are going because of their fans of the show.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's become like this phenomenon among reality show fans.
Yes. And it's a public place. You can just go there and,
Yes.
it's like we went to that fucking pillow store. Because Craig from Southern Shore
Open the pillow store.
opened, like, the rent on that place on King Street.
It's got to be big.
It's got to be so high for what has been described as an aisle
Yes, but
in a Bed Bath & Beyond.
excuse me. I described it as that.
Yes.
And I did not say Bed Bath & Beyond. I said Target.
I
It
apologize.
was like an aisle at Target.
I apologize.
But guess what?
I stand
That's a
corrected.
compliment because Target has great home goods.
Target.
So Craig, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm saying something nice about it. But I'm just saying.
Well, Craig, if
also-
you're listening, you could have saved so much money on rent by just putting your pillows in Target.
But here's the thing, and he probably is trying to get him in. Here's the thing: is like the pillows are cute, and I have a couple things to Martin and Melissa.
Martin and Melissa. Oh, you have them?
They were my 50th. Oh, I mean my 25th birthday.
You're going
Oh my
even
God, I'm gonna
further
have to,
back.
like-
You're going even further
Do I
back.
had to edit that out. Shit.
Fully cutting your age in half now.
I am not. Guys, close your ears.
This was in anticipation
Wait,
of her 50th
pour
birthday.
some bleach. Pour some bleach in your ears.
This is, Martin and
Pour
Melissa
some bleach
said,
in your
in
eye."
case we don't live to see your 50th birthday, here are these pillows.
Fuck all y'all. I am 43. All right, here's the thing. They were my gift but in our home.
That's right.
But my point is this. They're cute pillows. Here's my point.
They actually are.
I don't find the pillows have a particular signature to them.
No, they don't at all.
So, like, if I went into someone's home and I saw some cute pillows, I would never say, oh, my God, are those a Sewing Down South pillow? Like, I wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying?
The name of the fucking store.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the branding of the pillows are not so
You would say, oh,
unique.
that clip art giraffe.
That was
Is
from
that
the
from
show.
Sewing Down South?
But I'm saying, like, I feel like I wish he'd talk to me because here's the thing.
I wish he had talked to you.
I don't know him, but if he did, my recommendation would have been to have some kind of signature, like monogram or like Craig,
Literally
a C or
any kind of original
identifying
design.
that would always be on the corner. Like, you know how like you
Yes.
can always tell, like you flip a plate over and it has like an identifying.
Homer Laughlin. Yes,
Yes,
of course.
or something, like I'm
Yes.
saying like something where it's like, this is an original like Craig thing. or
Because you have the
something.
little logo somewhere on the pillow
the
with
corner or
with
the back
whatever
or
design.
something.
Or and in addition to that, you also have pillows that have just the logo big on the pillow.
100%.
You know?
And you have a tote and you have a t-shirt.
T-shirt. All the T's.
And you've got the koozie and you've got the thing. And it's got the logo because the logo is the identifying. So like if you have a handbag or something, sometimes there's like a little like gold.
like a Gucci has.
Yeah, like a little like kind of tag, like a little metal
Like a
tag.
plate. Yeah.
Yeah, like but tiny.
Yeah.
That's like it shows that it's like an authentic, supposedly.
It's like, that's right, bitch. It's a sewing down south.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's why I was saying like it's like a Target aisle, only because like to me it didn't have a particular identifier.
No, it didn't, and it doesn't.
But I feel like it would elevate it if it did, because
Of course it would.
Like luxury goods or whatnot kind of have that sort of
course
thing.
Which would have been a wise thing to do rather than relying on people that are fans of the show to go to the store.
But guess what? It worked. We went in there.
They fucking got us.
And we thought we might see.
And we didn't see him. He was not there.
But there were a lot of ladies going in there and trying to, oh my God.
So many ladies.
They were like coming in looking for him.
Yeah.
And
is Craig here?
Yeah. And they're like, no, sorry. He's not
Sorry,
here.
Craig's not here. You just missed him.
Oh my God.
He was in here. He was in here 2 hours ago.
Just in here. Yeah. And we did. But anyway, when there was a cute store. I'm not going to lie. The store itself is cute.
But it does not need to be a store.
I don't mind that it's a store in a way, because if I lived here and I was on a reality show and I was trying to create a business, and like that show can end at any fucking moment. And should.
Yes.
The fact that it's in another season right now is
wild.
Shocking to me.
It's very wild.
Because they've lost almost all of the, a lot of the original cast members are not even, many people have, that's been such a rotating door of cast members on that show.
And they have kept some boring people. Now, here's what we know from our friend Natalie in New York. Shout out to Natalie.
Always watching the reality show.
She's on top of this shit. And because she knows that like on Summer House.
Yeah, which we don't watch.
Which is this other show where.
And there's crossover.
It's like, it's like the fucking Avengers of douchebags. They all get together and fuck each other on this Summer House show. That like the one super boring dude, like the most basic white male bitch that you could have, is a real dog on this other show, and so that makes him compelling to people.
Character on another show.
Yes, yeah.
I feel like that particular guy that you're referencing.
Yes, and we will not say his name.
That particular.
Also, I don't remember it right now.
Cast member of Southern Charm that is a dog on that other show.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like he's the one that is acting the most.
Yes.
In the show.
Yeah.
In Southern Charm. Because when I watch him, I'm like, oh, he's like, I think like he's maybe someone who maybe secretly wants to be an actor that didn't go into that or something.
Wasn't there something where he was in the school play or something like that? So like at one point it was something he wanted to do. I swear to God, I feel like they referenced him being in a play. When he
if they had, it probably everything fell into place for me in that moment, because I was like, oh, he's like, he really plays the game, and I feel like he's also like trying to look out for the producers at every moment.
This is his community theater. This is his community theater. It's like, I'll play this character.
Yes.
I'll move the story along. Yes. Don't you worry.
Yes.
But I also will try to fuck everybody.
Well, I mean, he's still like maybe in his 30s.
Yeah. And of course,
not quite in his 40s.
We met him and the other douchebag at a party one time.
I met him at the party. And I will say he acted very strange when I met him. By the way, I should not have spoken to either of them at this party.
It was bad enough seeing them. But you had the instinct, like, it would be funny to get a picture with them.
I wanted a picture with them. We were watching. It was a July 4th party in someone's home. And I was with all y'all. And I was like, I totally want to go up and say that I watched the show. Like, I want to say that I watched the show and, like, see if they do a picture. And y'all were like, whatever. Like, go ahead. Do it. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Because it was like a total house party. It was not like we were at, the grocery store. Right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like a normal setting where you would go up to strangers though.
Yeah.
Like when you're at someone's large house party, walking up to strangers is actually it's on the table. Like that's like you don't go.
Exactly.
Like you literally don't go if that's not something you can deal with.
Yeah.
And I approached them and they acted so weird. Mm-hmm. Like something was going on with them. I think.
Well, they were probably in between coke hits. because they did go into the bathroom at one point.
I mean, I went in the bathroom to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But like one guy I was like, hey, I just want you to know, I watched the show. Really, I enjoy the show. And, how was your July 4th? And, I'm so-and-so. It's nice to meet you. Da, da. And then the one that is the one that acts the most says to the really stupid one, like, yeah, how was your July 4th? And he's like looking at him like, why don't you tell her how your July 4th is? Mm-hmm. And I was like, something has gone on between the two of these people that I'm not privy to. Yeah. And they are not hiding. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, okay, this is crazy, but can I just get a picture? Because at this point I want it as like a gag. Yeah. And then they stood up and they were like 7.5 feet tall. And I was like, oh my God.
It's a really funny picture.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow, you're tall, which is the dumbest thing to say to tall people. That, like, for real, it's the dumbest thing to say to tall people.
True, but it's like sometimes you can't help yourself. Sometimes people are so tall that you got to say it.
Stood up and they were like so tall.
Yeah, they kept standing up.
Yes. Yeah. And then this horrible picture is a product of it. And now I'm just waiting for like them to get Me Too'd in some terrible way. And I'm going to have to like scrub it from the internet.
Now you remember.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Now you remember we were talking a lot before they showed up.
Yes.
Whether or not they were going to show up.
Right, because we heard that they might.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I want to. I think I was like saying like, I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah. And I said,
like, I want to talk to them.
I don't want to have any dealings with them at all.
And all of y'all.
I don't want to see them at all.
And all of y'all were like, you do you, Janie.
Yes.
And I was like, really? You don't want to talk to them? Like, you're not curious? And they were like, no.
No. And so we were outside at one point. And we go back into the house. And somebody goes, whoa, look at this dude. And it's one of these assholes pointing at me and saying, you look awesome, man. Because I was wearing like a blazer and a hat and whatever. And he's like, you look so cool, man. And then he shook my hand with his left hand because his phone was in his right hand. So that's the kind of person that we're talking about.
Yeah. And then I thought, well, after that, I thought for sure asking for a photo with them would be kind of normal because they already were like noticing our group.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they're noticing our group. Mm-hmm. And so it's not weird if one of our group that they're noticing is like, hey.
I'm sure people ask them for pictures all the time, and I'm sure they love it. You know what I mean? Mm. They have no problem. That just happened
to be the one day they didn't love it.
They have no problem.
Was at this party.
Guess what? In the picture, they're smiling. So
they seemed so strange and so weird. And it was like such an awkward interaction. And I'm really good at talking to strangers at parties. Like, really good. And
true.
It was like I couldn't like get a read on what they were thinking about, like what their attitude was.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I'll never speak to another reality show person ever again.
I think that's wise, and I will join you in that.
But even if I see Pillow Guy in his pillow store, I might just be like, I have a couple of your pillows.
You're already breaking your own rule.
I'll just be like, listen.
But don't reference the show.
I love your pillows.
I love your pillows.
Even though they're completely indiscernible from one another. They could have come from anywhere. Honestly, these pillows could have literally come from anywhere.
All right, we should wrap it up.
You guys, thanks for hanging in with us on our little like adventure in South Carolina.
I don't know what we can plug.
Our last episode, we came at you from New York.
That's right.
Okay?
Oh my God, that's right.
And so this episode, we're coming at you from South Carolina.
That's right. You never know where we're going to be, except it's one of those three places.
Where in the world are Paul and Janie Tompkins?
Terrible. All right. Thank you for listening. Old Filth, great book. Can't remember the name of the author.
I think you have something to plug. Aren't you doing a Varietopia in Portland, Oregon?
Yes, indeed. Portland Varietopia is happening August 26th. It is sold out, but people trade tickets online if you want to See if that if you feel like you missed out and you want to try to get in. And then September 10th, I'm doing a variety show in Los Angeles with my dear friend Nicole Parker
from the Neighborhood Listen. And Titanic.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Titanic?
I've thought about it every day since then.
She was incredible.
Yeah. But Nicole and I are doing our first ever 2-person variety show at Lodge Room in Highland Park, Sunday, September 10th. I'm really looking forward to it.
Birthday.
It's near somebody's birthday. Of course, the birthday of 9/11.
Oh.
Now, look, I know you probably have 9/11 Eve plans, but I would say get your 9/11 shopping done early so that you can come and see our show worry-free.
At the Dream.
And then I'll be back here in the Charleston area.
For your music farm debut.
In November.
I keep calling it your music farm
Yeah,
debut.
you do keep calling it that.
That's what it is.
I can't argue. I never argue with you.
Varietopia, baby.
Varietopia, a music farm in Charleston, and that will be in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving.
So we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see then.
And in between, there's an October at Bell House.
Oh, that's right.
Don't forget
There's still tickets for Varietopia on Saturday the 15th, I think it is, at the Bell House in Brooklyn.
Guess what?
My favorite venue. Really looking forward to that.
If you go to weekendwater.substack.com, there's a tab there with all of Paul's live dates.
Wait a minute. There's a show that's coming up even sooner than any of them, which is Super Ego.
What?
Forgotten Classics.
What?
We're going to be doing that at Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles, but it will also be live streamed to the world.
Oh, because Dynasty Typewriter has that wonderful capability.
That's right. Now, Forgotten Classics is a show where myself and the other guys from Super Ego, we take a book that none of us has ever read. We have the first line of the book, the last line of the book, and all the character names, and then we improvise a story based on those things. It's always fun. We've done it a bunch of times. I really love doing it, and that's going to be a really fun show. So go to paulftompkins.com/live
or weekendwater.com,
for all those tickets.
Weekendwater.substack.com.
But I would say don't. Let me get out right, but let me get out the whole thing before you tell me to go to another place.
Okay.
paulftompkins.com/live or weekendwater.com.
No. Weekendwater.
.substack.com.
Whole tab there with all your live stuff.
There you go. All right.
It's all there.
And we did it.
And we send, if you sign up, because you got to sign up, you'll get reminders because Paul likes to send little missives that are like, hey, coming up. I'm doing this show.
I like to have fun
in your town.
I write a funny little thing with information.
Get on up into that situation.
Get on up into that situation.
All right, you guys.
Thank you for listening.
So much.
We'll be back.
Staying with us.
Yes, we'll be back next month. Probably sooner. I know, because some bonus stuff we can't release because of the strike.
But we'll probably come up with some other ideas that we can release.
And until then, stay safe, stay sane, and stay strong.